traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Yo, yo, yo. This is your host, Shadow, the whistleblower. Episode 1, Season 1. You know what I mean? We got the first gatekeeper, and his name is Campbell from the BK, from the Bronx. You know what I mean? He resides in the Bronx River. But I got my co-host, like always, Empress Janet. How you doing?
Okay.
You ready to get this?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. You like the song?
Period.
Twilight Zone. We're going down the rabbit hole. You ready to go?
Sure am. YouTube is La La Land.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's deranged. We're the only sane ones.
Exactly. What did you have for breakfast?
Yummy. Eggs and grits and a bagel.
Wow, you didn't give me none? I'm going to beat your ass.
Catch me if you can.
Well, I'm going to catch your ass. I'll be in Pittsburgh soon.
You coming for everybody.
Hell yeah. That's the way we do it on this side. We don't fuck with cowards. We don't fuck with snakes. We real over here. Ain't nothing fake about us. The only thing that me and Empress Janet is doing right now is exposing the truth.
Well, let's begin.
Campbell and the BK in the Bronx. Campbell soup. A fat weirdo. A homosexual. A pedo. A weirdo. Let's get to it. Campbell soup resides in the Bronx, in Bronx River. And him and his boyfriend, his lover, AKA his molester, because he was saying that this guy, Planet Rock, right, raped him when he was 16, 17, 18 years old. And he still was cool with this guy at 20 years old. Now, you telling me that you can't fight a grown man off when you're a teenage boy or you're a grown man? He wanted that dick in his mouth. He wanted that dick in his ass. You know what I mean? And he needs to stop lying to people. What you think about that?
I find it interesting that he can actually sit there and talk about it as if it was like okay behavior.
Exactly. It don't make any sense to me, because if I'm 16, 17, 18 years old, right? And I got a grown man in their 30s or 40s that's trying to put dick in my mouth or a dick in my asshole, and I'm not trying to fight back or kill this nigga, then I wanted it to be done. I had homosexuality in my body. I wanted that dick in my mouth. I wanted that dick in my ass. I wanted him to jack off my thighs. You know what I mean? So,
or he wanted something for doing that act, because exactly. I would never go to a mansion that's handing out Vaseline.
That was some weirdo shit. That's
something I would indulge in. But if you're looking for something, if people are giving you expectations on something, what would you sell your soul for? when evil comes knocking at your door or your lips, are you going to accept it?
Well, he had dick on his lips and dick in his ass. And look at him now. He's one of the biggest YouTubers right now. You get what I'm saying? He had to sell his soul back then to Planet Rock. You know, we all know he's a famous rapper. And he did all these sexual things to Campbell Soup in the Bronx. And then all of a sudden, Campbell Soup in the Bronx is a famous YouTuber. What do you think about that, Empress Janet?
It's very interesting to think how those people think following this person. I would question this person's motives and anything that they do. But gatekeepers that are evil, they have this behavior. So something injured them, and then they will injure their handlers and their followers or their community. We witnessed the gatekeepers sending a dick pic to their Discord and then telling all their followers to go look at it. Do you remember that night?
I remember that.
Everyone looked at it, and even the other gatekeeper was like, that's a fine dick pic that everyone see. So they just groomed all those people in that area at one time. So when he got groomed, then when he got this opportunity, he groomed. He uses code words. He acts like he's the activist for things that he's actually done.
Yep.
So a Geppetto can't help you stop Geppettos.
Yeah.
Because then they'll stop the process of you telling on the Geppettos. Just like they act like they're the police on here, which is like the policy. Oh, they can break a policy, but we can't break a policy. And because you're a gatekeeper, that means you have what type of status? But they claim that status when they do the rituals.
Yeah.
So he was the first to do the ritual. That's why he's so-called famous, because who is he really famous to?
He had to sell his soul. And when he went to the black Dominican guy that lives in Harlem, New York, he's a big time YouTuber as well, and told his story to him, that's how he blew up. He basically got famous for exposing the Planet Rock guy for molesting him as a 16, 17, 18-year-old boy. You get what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
when you become that age, you should be able to fight that motherfucker off. I don't understand that. So he just laid there and got dick in his mouth and got fucked in the ass, and he didn't try to put up a fight.
The clip due to one of his handlers who decided that he didn't want to be a part of that. Yeah. Which we would definitely want to interview that person to find out what really happened of why he left. I would suggest that he said his words that whenever the man was making him sit there and watch him grab on other people's penises, he didn't say that he got up and ran out the room. So he blamed it on the person, saying he made me sit there and watch. They followed me to the bathroom everywhere I went. They basically were helping me with my penis, but yet you came back.
Exactly.
So this all didn't happen in one day. This happened several times. So you got groomed, and then it happened. Then you cried wolf. Then you used that to get your gatekeeper status. Then you either get your subs and your views from the, robot demon or the human demon. Yeah. Because you'll have to keep on going back to play chess.
Exactly.
Because chess is being submissive. That's a better word, submissive. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, once they go, meet up and they meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people are probably like ecstatic to meet the BX, and once they meet him, that behind the scenes comes to real life, bro. And then if you don't do the real life act, then they're caught up, and then they're probably hitting the YouTube like a big old troll, and everyone's making fun of them when they're really telling the truth. They really want to tell the truth.
Yeah.
But what did I tell you? There's going to be a dick your eyes can't come back from seeing, eh?
Exactly. And this
I
is
see
what
dick all over their lips, bumps
I
all
totally
over
agree.
their lips. Death by design. This is a new wave of men who are straight. Take the men that are straight and make them gay, seek and destroy and kill them and not make them normal so they won't want women. Sit up there and argue with women all day long and talk crazy and nasty to us. Those gatekeepers, and even that one, because he did not respect his wife nor his children.
No.
He even shouted at his child while he was on the stream. So that's
Campbell Soup has respect for nobody but money. That's all he care about. Subscribers, views, and money. He don't care about his own family.
His handlers.
Exactly. That's what he's doing. And he's sending his handlers to go look for innocent men that are straight and have
allegedly
them come to him. Yeah, there you go. And have them come to him wanting to be famous on YouTube, wanting subscribers and views, and they got to go behind the stream yard to do something or meet up face to face and go do something. You know what I mean? Yeah, allegedly.
I agree. Because he admitted, and several of them admit, that they meet the big, I say puppet master, but I think the puppet master is like, there's two parts to it. So there's a key master who's sitting back behind the scenes, sir, watching everything play out the way they wanted it to play out.
It's definitely a key master.
You know, they tell them what to speak, how to do it, to create these diversions, give them incentives and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But then there is that person that they pick out to be that head person. So if Campbell Soup is that head person they picked out, right?
Yeah.
Then there's people underneath him that are supposed to be taking his spot. Mm-hmm. Like the little white boy over there. How he keep, you know, he ain't black, he ain't white, he ain't black and white. You know, he actually is trying to be like Campbell Soup. So you see what I'm saying? They put people in place so you'll jump from handler to gatekeeper quickly. So there's a lot of people trying to act like they have big stages and that they're making money on here, or they're not even on here for the money.
I'm going to take this call real quick. You hold on for a minute?
Yep.
Okay.
So I would say that their positions on the evil that comes knocking at the door, they victimize their handlers. The gatekeeper victimized the handler to be a troll, to make people commit suicide, anarchy. The handler's okay with it because they're in pain. Everyone's in pain. Everyone's hurting. Everyone's insecurities are being tested. Everyone's morals and values are being tested. And gatekeepers are put in place on La La Land to make this happen. It's a diversion of not showing us how they're going to destroy all of us because we don't care. They don't really care about each other. Nobody cares about anybody on here.
They worry about the money, subscribers, and views. That's the only thing they care about. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about the next man or the next woman or the next child. They care about themselves. That's all.
Exactly.
It's a dirty game on YouTube.
And I know you can elaborate on what I was saying, but when evil comes knocking at your door or your lips, you have to accept it. Like, why are they not strong enough to fight it? Why wasn't he strong enough to run out of the house when when that man wanted to touch him, when he was also little, and tell his mother as a young boy? Let me just give you a little side story and then you can elaborate on it. Okay. There are some young boys who do want to be sexually promiscuous young.
Yeah.
And I don't know, again, you can say more than I know, but in y'all's time, we actually kiss our girls and then kiss boys too. So we do that just to test, to see. I would ask that in all of the reverb that I've given about this. Would you say that you guys go through that point where you're like, do I like men? Do I like girls? Or Never. Is it just okay to see a penis and be like, I'm just going to stick around and like see what you do with this?
Well, first of all, when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20, I was always attracted to women. You know what I mean? Always like pussy. So, you know, my father was a manly man and he married my mother, and he taught me to be a man, not to be a girl, not to be gay. And I don't have a problem with homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Half of the subscribers are probably homosexual or bisexual, and I respect the gay community. I just want to throw that out there. But I wasn't raised to be a feminine guy. You know, my dad was a masculine man. Now, to answer your question, if I'm in a room and I'm seeing niggas sucking each other dicks and jacking off, you know, I'm going to get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? Number one, I know it's not right. Number two, I know it's against God. Number three, I'm a man. I'm not gay. So why would I want to have myself in a big mansion with guys doing that kind of activity? You know what I mean?
All for something, fame and fortune and superstar. What? Like, I couldn't see myself being in that gang.
Yeah.
What kind of community is that?
But as you see now, Campbell Soup from the Bronx, he's famous on YouTube right now.
Right.
He got mega subscribers. He got mega views. He's getting thousands of dollars.
Allegedly.
Yep.
We don't really know what the gatekeepers are really getting. Like, do you ever think he still goes back to this person's house?
I think
he still doesn't associate with this person?
As a grown man in his 30s, he said that he still cared about Planet Rock. He still have feelings for him. But you went on camera and told your story that this guy raped you as a teenager and a young man. And then all of a sudden you flip the script and say you respect the guy. He raised you like a father. You don't hate him. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that is a victim statement. When they want to, you know, play that because they liked it. They accepted it. So maybe that's why his content is, again, hypocrisy, again, grooming, again, following the Geppetto.
Yeah.
In the chest, in the church. Because again, the circle is the church and they're all in a circle. There's a secret society. We're just not in it.
Exactly.
Trying to get you though. How many times did they try to get you? They wanted you to be that big gatekeeper, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't even have known all of that.
But
you
guess
would have been over there doing exactly what that weirdo from the UCur.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy that spit on his mother.
Y'all would have been ushering them in.
Yeah.
Then along came a spider, and she sat down beside him.
And she set me free.
I washed all your fears away.
Yes, you did.
I'm not afraid of them. I've encountered them all my life.
Yeah.
I know them, I see them, and I can hear them. The vibrations in your voice, I can tell when you're lying. Exactly. I can tell when you're creating an illusion so someone will believe what illusion world you're in. You're in a simulation, buddy. You're creating a simulation so everyone will go with the narrative.
Most definitely. See, a lot of motherfuckers didn't want to see Emperor Shadow and Empress Janet get together again. They did not want to see this. They was trying to stop it. But guess what? God had our back and let it be done.
Well, when you write in the comment section, make sure your comment means something, because we could care less. Are you a gatekeeper or handler? That's the subject. If you know anything about gatekeepers and handlers, please leave a comment in the video section area after this is over. We thank everyone for coming and everyone who was watching and is butthurt. If you make a video about it, if you talk about it in the comments, then we already know you're guilty.
We definitely want to hear from people that's been behind the StreamYards that have done that kind of activity. We're not going to say any names. We just want to get your information and use it on our episodes. That's all we're going to do. Tell your story. Don't be scared. We got your back. You're in a safe place.
This is season 1, episode 1. So there's more to come. Because again, gatekeepers, we're going to say it once, aren't we, Shadow?
Yes, we are.
Done out here.
You're done out here.
And then we'll set all the slaves free.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there are some people that I would say shout out to, but since we're not saying names, let's just say shout out to the people that are jumping on panels and calling people out and making good content videos about the truth, or going live and actually speaking the truth. Shout out to you guys, because we see you.
Salute.
We see you. Hashtags villains are us.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Villain Inc.
So I will say about the BX boo-boo head, what'd you call him?
Campbell soup.
Okay, Campbell soup is it definitely a dangerous entity and needs to be questioned. So if you got a chance to do an interview with him, would you do an interview?
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
We can have a sit down and I'll call him out in a respectful manner, and then I will interview the guy.
Well, we'll ask him the questions.
Oh, yeah.
We'll ask him what the other people won't. You think he would do it? We'll call you out.
I think he'd be scared. I think his fat ass to go hide behind the bed.
Respectfully. And we won't give you any Vaseline, we promise. No behind the scenes. You should be a good gatekeeper. You should be telling your crowd good, knowledgeable things. You should be doing those things, because a hypocrite, sir, is actually a person who's doing the stuff, but steady telling everybody else not to do it.
Most definitely. And a leader is a good person. He sets a good example, or she sets a good example. That's the leader.
And we all are leaders.
Yes, we are.
You don't have to follow anybody. Handlers follow and troll and give money. Think about why you're really giving them money. What you can be like them. You don't have to give them your money. The content's not that great. Come on.
Exactly.
This is not Hollywood yet. People aren't putting enough energy into it anyway. half the time they come on the stream and they're like, huh? What? Wait, is everybody there? Put a 1 in the chat room if you're there. How come you don't have a window open so you can see? You can just turn the volume on and see if your sound is okay. So, but it's heartbreaking because if this person didn't have this story, do you think they would have ever came out on the La La Land?
No.
So when he's using this story to gather people, we have to just, kind of look and see, like the handlers, they are innocent people.
Exactly.
Because I think that gatekeeper knew exactly what he's been doing ever since the day he walked into that mansion. If you agree to go behind the scenes and you're touching yourselves and y'all having fun, then you better know you're being recorded.
Exactly.
And if you're going to be a gatekeeper bringing people in to tell stories, make sure you're telling the truth.
I totally agree. If he went through that back then, I can only imagine what they're doing behind these StreamYards.
Now, what he wants to see. Because if you were the victim, then you become the predator.
Yep.
And he'll become the predator like a sheep in wolf's clothing. So he's preying on people. And there's somebody that I really care about, that I don't want that. If it happened, I want that story.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people want receipts. We got humans as receipts.
Yeah, we don't have to show shit. Show us receipts that you didn't do it. That's what we asking for over here.
Period. Because we got stories. We got the person's story, but they want the person so they can go beat the person up, attack them in the real world, to, hurt them and make them afraid. But we have their stories. There's so many people that have come to us, sir, and told us so much stuff.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. Your head spins.
Yes, it does.
They're attacking you in your real world and in here. They're using you for your money. They're using you to manipulate your mind in all the games. They want to trigger you and get you so mad that you rage quit and just jump off the panel. Like, really? Who wants to play those games with people?
Yeah.
And how are you playing games with young boys' minds? You should be setting an example at 40-something years old. They should not be on here as messy as they are. Their content is low. Their views are bought. Their subs are bought.
Exactly.
Their chat room and their comments never show enough. It never adds up.
You have like 6 people chatting, right? And then you will have like 89 likes. That don't even make no sense. Or you will have like 80 people watching, but it's only like 7 people typing in the chat room. That don't make any sense. Do the math.
A lot of people don't even understand what we're saying. So I'll leave you with this.
They don't want to understand. That's the problem.
In my final quote, I would say, if he wants to be a good gatekeeper, then he needs to start telling the truth and making better content to bring other content creators together and do some real panels, some real podcasting, some real TV-like stuff. Other than that, you did all of that for nothing. And then you're not going to keep taking people down. So again, you're done out here. We're going to find it. If I get the picture, and I'm going to call the real FBI.
Exactly. They belong in jail and prison. They do not belong on the streets.
Doing what we think they're doing, allegedly.
We are protecting the youth. That's our job.
And all of those young people follow the wrong adults.
Time and time again.
It's ridiculous what they did to us as adults. So I can imagine how their mind manipulating the younger. And that's why they're Geppettos, bro.
Yes, they are.
Because if he's 19, he just turned 20 years old, and you're 40 years old, you should be treating that person like your child, not your friend.
Exactly.
So that's some Geppetto stuff, honey. Because
yes,
ain't no grown folks sitting around with nobody on the internet at 20 years old acting like they're doing something with them.
That's some weirdo shit. Some suspect shit.
So, yeah, everyone's suspect. And we're starting next episode with another gatekeeper that's suspect. So, till next time, we're watching you. You're done out here. Save the children.
And remember, the truth is always out there. And we out. Peace.